So it's got to be more common than not that if you're interacting with a group of people, like you just met, like 3 or 4 of them, that somebody's going to start on a trife level, on a level of being trife, like a transitory spook, and everybody has to kind of, for right or for wrong, like you're going to defend your friend. You know what I mean? Your day ones, they're always going to be like, even if they're wrong, like I still got their back. So you have to understand that. So then that's what happened. Like they treated me like I was being trife because they all had to, but then they were all willing to leave. So whatever that is not over for a young buck, for the little dude, little guy, little man. Because I was actually making fun at that point, like how it's always the little young cuz, the little young, the boy, little, the baby boy, and all this kind of stuff. Because when that dude pointed out that I had brought up something related to religious matters, then his fear was that, Jesus died to keep you compartmentalized, so that once you bring up this religion, that you have to only dwell in that land. Everything else is glorify Satan, so you can't talk about anything else. So whatever we talk about, it's not religion, so we would appreciate if you be quiet. But now that's just one of them. All 3 of them I was giving them, all 4 of them, flack. No, there was 3 of them, but there was one more that came over to support their friends, and I was giving him flack too, because people think you're black, you can't be irritating. Then I just played better, like, rap than they're probably used to, or something, you know what I mean? Because I got my ear to the ground more than you do. So if you think that as Christian, then I can't play drill or trap music or something, nobody else can get away with doing it. Then if you think I'm stuck on that level, then I take you all, like, my playlist is deep. It goes all the way back to the 70s and hits on things that is like, you may have never heard it before, but you heard it before, because it's like, I don't know, it's like they don't, like, they can't listen to, or they resent like roots, like, stuff like, that's why I got a Bob Marley t-shirt, so I would never have to listen to no roots music or anything like that. So since they're playing on that level, then I can only talk about really 2 more things than they can talk about. Since I can't talk about finance and men's fashion forever, then I'm relegated to talk about the nightclub, what kind of drink, what kind of barbecue, sports, and the car. Okay? So there's people doing all this fretting. They're probably like threatened or something because you can talk about 1 or 2 more subjects than they can. And that's not even a lot. Now, if you wanted to get into religion, you can talk forever and a day, or listen to wisdom forever and a day about a subject that you can spend your whole life on, if but it's like, you don't have to go that far for people to be already and like, kind of like, they're timid. So if fucking you're going to deflect and that's not my character. You're trying to subvert my yes. Like, you're fucking with my no to try to get me to subvert my yes, and then you will, like, own, like, not everybody's on that, but this that one dude who looked like he was a Latin American white guy, and he was having this kind of existential crisis about, like, about whether or not, once you talk about politics, you're just a politician from there on. You can't branch out. You can't appreciate the mundane. You can't talk about spurious random shit. Like, you're just like, everything is religion. And so you try to put that on me, like people are coming over with dual purposes. They're backing him up, but they're also trying to to de-escalate even before they know like anyone's beefing. And they were talking about another pier where people always get in fights, not this pier that we're on, right? And what it was is I would fucking, since they're responsible enough to carry the burden, then I would give them flack instead of that the Spaniard. That's just the way I am. You can't even get along with everybody, even if you think you agree with them or like the same things. Like, don't imagine that somebody can't be a disappointment even if they believe in and sign off on all the things that I say. This is trippy shit. I have a friend on the internet. I have internet friends for real. You don't even know who I know. But he was talking about how he couldn't find, like, how tortured souls were coming rare and hard to come across. But it's like they have a glass seeing eye crystal, like 3 blind witches. And they're like live in a cave and they go and watch and spy on the Beastmaster all fucking day before he even knows they existed, you know. Or like they were also in the Clash of the Titans, and there was also in Lord of the Rings, and there was also in Beastmaster. But what was another one? You know, they call it the Palantir. You know, it's like a technology. Even before we have the science, like, it was already there. Because Pippin wasn't even supposed to. What was Pippin not supposed to, like, what was the thing that he had to get saved from by Gandalf? Or like, what was the other one? I don't know, it's like it adds a little bit of, like, Rise to Power is a rendition of sound, but there's like people that hate that sound. So you have to have those, and then you have to have someone like the opposite sex that opened up to you. Instead of, she had a choice, she could have like turned away, or she could open up. And so like in Purple Rain, the cup of the Fisher King allowed Prince to get away with wearing high heels and cutting circles out of his butt cheeks and his pants, and he could still score and get dimes. He can still get hot women. Like, they were all still in love with him. Nobody else can do that. So why is it that he got away with it? You know what I mean? But you're not getting away with driving someone off of vacation because you have one friend that needs some kind of intervention or something like that. Like, even he doesn't know it. No, I don't think that doesn't sound impossible, that somebody would waste their whole time and their whole life, meaning dying for you, so that they can keep you from like appreciating the mundane. Why do you even go fishing? Hurting fish on a pier, I don't think is ordained, inspired, like, you know, I don't think that that's like gonna be, I don't know, if I'm gonna talk high-mindedly and use a bunch of words, then I can, but, you know, it's like, oh, that's not Christian. Well, then listen to this drill rap, then. I bet you probably throw away all your fucking music and try to find out who that is, you know. Let's fly. And then I'll show you the new shit that you even heard of yet. Like, you know, like, you don't even know, like, they're selling you something, but they're not sociopath. They have and you listen to it to try to be like them. But see, I don't just listen to fucking one thing. So every time there's somebody around trying to compartment, it's like a preposterous proposal, as if they don't know that I am what I am saying, you know, I am that I am. Like, you know, it's kind of like, don't worry about it, what I'm doing. You're encroaching, you're stepping on toes. I am that I am. Like, you know, you're stepping on my toes. You're getting in my way for one to wonder why, you know? Like, do you help me catch fish? If you won't fucking get to the point, then fish or cut bait. You ever heard that before? Fish or cut bait? It's like, in proximity, I also feel like you're sizing me up, studying me, all kind of shit. So if I want to say you're trying to subvert my culture, you're probably trying to subvert your friend's culture and everybody's cultures. Probably looking at me like, oh, you're mixed, so you probably dilute like every culture or something like that. I don't even fucking worry about that. You think I worry about that shit? I'm like kind of still talking to a very reluctant young woman, and I like it when they're reluctant. I'm not overthinking shit. I think that the longer you are able to be around that person, then they have to see the truth. Like it's not like you're trying to ruin their day or go and mess it up or anything. Like you're not trying to interrupt the break time or anything like that. Like, and coffee is a hell of a good reason to show up somewhere every day. Like, especially if it's a supermarket. If they try to kick me out, then I'll be like, to a what? Like another supermarket across town? Like, how are you gonna do that? I haven't done anything wrong, really. All I did was I'm one toke over the line because I showed my admiration more than once. Like the first time you get away with it, the second time they kind of think you want to fuck them. But I never had a sexual thought about her. I never thought about even kissing her. I never thought about fucking her. I just in love. I don't even thought about that shit. Like I'm assuming that's what's gonna happen, but I never fantasized about her. And I'm not saying that means that you're being pure or anything like that. I bet you if you got to the point and started fantasizing, you might have better luck. Shit, why are we waiting? Shit, I belong with you. You belong with me. But she's a different culture that thinks that they're more family oriented and religious than whatever it is that they think you can be. And I think it's a whole scam because I've seen them holding a sign saying like, I got 2 babies and can't afford rent, and and I don't know why your man allows you to go out and advertise that you're a woman in despair and needs help and assistance. Any man will want to help you, including teaching you how to speak the language. So I don't buy that shit. And you're gonna take that money and you're gonna give it to a lizard and she's gonna stuff it in her bra. So I mean, if I act like I don't know what's up or how does that win me any fucking favor? Like they're gonna be like, oh, I can appreciate that you don't know what's up with what time is. They don't like that. So why does it have to be a rush? I'm already old anyway. I don't have like, I'm not riding around the block. I'm just sitting in the car, just waiting. Like, see, what's his name? Louis C.K. said, is hoping someone gets in.